The ultimate Minecraft building guide. Find your style and become the best. Now, it may be a large claim, but I'm telling you, by the end of this video, you will have more confidence in wanting to build in Minecraft, and plus you'll have inspiration to get into the build, I promise you. So if you want to become the best at something, you have to do your research. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it's research. What are you on about? What's it's research? Well, let me tell you, brother. Right, first you got to figure out what style of build, right? So, what build do you want to build? You're just thinking, I don't know, I just want to build. Okay, so here's some examples for you. Medieval style. Maybe you want some kind of like old rustic style houses. Maybe you want to try some Victorian or Gothic, or maybe a Tudor house. Fantasy. So maybe with the fantasy you could go for Nordic. Maybe you want to try a Dwarven style. Maybe survival, you just want a survival house. Maybe you just want a modern house. Maybe you want modern skyscrapers or modern houses. Maybe even just a modern water fountain or something like that. You've got steampunk, you've got haunted and spooky houses. Hopefully that's a big enough list to give you some inspiration on, first of all, picking a subject and a style you want to build in. So where do you start? I don't know where to start. What do I do, mate? I need some help. Can you help me? No problem, mate. I will help you. Right, what you got to do is pick one style, right? Just pick any one. It could be random. You could even go through all these styles and try every single one. That's fine, right? So what you got to do is find the perfect one for you and start off. What I like to do before I've picked my style, or after even, once I've picked a style, then I'll go to YouTube and I will make a music playlist. Now hear me out. A music playlist? Well, I'm trying to want the Minecraft building guide. What are you on about? Let me tell you, mate, just settle down. Get that little orange juice that's dripping off your chin. You should probably wipe it off with a little bit of cloth first before you listen on, alright? Okay? That crumbs all over your face as well with margarine dripping off your nose, right? And get a playlist in with the style. So say if you're listening to medieval music, you're going to be building a medieval house. If you're going to be listening to some modern, maybe chill out music or something like that while you're building a modern house. Now, the reason I do this, it helps me get into the mood and more focused and more involved in the build. And Minecraft is not just building, it's an experience to build and live in your own world, to create things that you've never seen before, to become part of a story you're creating. You know what I mean, mate? Do you know what I mean? Right, okay? So the best thing to do is pick a style. We'll use medieval for an example, okay? If you have no clue how medieval houses look, you don't know where to start, then you go to Google. You go to Google searches, you search medieval house, just type in medieval house. Maybe you only like one part of the house, but you hate the rest of it. That's fine. Just take that little part, maybe take a picture of it, and search for other buildings, right? So you find other parts of buildings, and other parts of buildings that you like, and you're like, oh, I like that little bit, I like the window, I'm going to use that. Maybe you build maybe you found a really good roof, and you just want the roof design. Okay, or maybe it's a really good porch or something like that with a cool balcony. All of this is inspiration you can use and take and build in your own build. So you got all your research done. That is your research. It's not much research, is it? Well, I had to go on Google and everything. I had to type in the things and I pressed it, and then there was lots of houses. I didn't know which house it was. Hi, mate. Okay. You still got butter on your chin, right? Wipe it. Okay. So you've got all your research done, right? You've got all your samples, all the different builds. All the builds hopefully the same. You don't want to get part of a modern house and a medieval house. I've tried it. It doesn't really work. So trust me, I've tried out all different styles. It does work a little bit in some ways, but in other ways, nah, maybe not. So when you're looking at parts of the build you want to build, try focus on how many blocks wide and how many blocks long it would be to create that look. So if you have a fancy window, for example, and you only want it 5 long, right? That's not going to work, so you're going to have to make your build bigger or simplify the design till it still has enough detail to look kind of similar to the pattern you're wanting to create. So practice doing this before you start even the house, just like little areas of the house. Just practice building little areas. Maybe just practice making windows, just a little window area that you've got it to perfection, or maybe a doorway or something like that. just practice creating that. And trust me, like when it comes to actually building houses, even just practice, just make a roof on the floor, right? Make a roof on the floor and practice doing little archways in the roof. So it's not just one archway going up in the roof, it's got like other windows coming off it and it's joining to the roof. So you don't have to build the whole house up and then get to the roof and then you're like, oh, I don't like the bottom part, but I like the roof. Just build little parts of it. Trust me, you'll save yourself loads of time, and yeah, now you have a rough idea how many blocks it'll take to make it, so you can lay down your floor plan. So working with odd numbers usually works a little bit better because it allows you to create a 1 block roof at the top, so it's like 1 block and then it goes down. So I usually do that. You can do your roofs different ways. You could have your roofs going up with just pure stairs. You can have your roof going up where it's like stair, block, stair. You can have your roofs even higher for like your really like elven sort of style where it's like stair, block, block, stair, block, block, like so they're reaching to the top. I don't know, reaching to the top. I don't know. Shut up, mate. Alright. Now you find the materials in Minecraft that blend together really well. You can always find examples online, so you can have a look, type in Minecraft medieval houses and have a look what materials they're using. Maybe they're using oak blocks, maybe they're using an oak and a spruce together. Maybe they're using everything. Stone, oak, spruce, every kind of material. Just kind of find stuff that works together well. I usually put them on the floor, put them next to each other and see if the colour palette works. You can always look online what colour palettes work with what colour palettes. So yeah, so when you start building your house, you want to get your framework down first. That paints the picture for the whole build. It's very, very important, but don't be afraid to make mistakes though. Sometimes the mistakes can be your best builds ever. Never give up. Ask my mum. I'm a pretty cool mistake. When you have your frame down, you can start to do the lower floors, or maybe you can even do the roof. Don't be afraid to start at one side and building just one little area, you know. There's no right or wrong way, okay? So just go with the flow of it, enjoy the process. Take your time, listen to your music, don't be afraid to remove parts of your build or to adapt your builds or add or take away detail. Don't be afraid to do that. It's creativity, you know, it's inspiration. Minecraft is not just a game, it's a creative outlet that will entertain you, challenge you and make you become a more creative thinker. Rome was not built in a day, it was built over time, people. Okay, if you still feel you need help, I do block for block tutorials on this channel from basic to advanced. Take a look on my channel and you'll find loads of cool builds. I'll put some down in the description for you guys. I hope I have helped at least one person. Comment your favourite style of build down in the comments and why you like it. Mine is medieval and fantasy because the possibilities are endless. I am almost addicted. Have a lovely day and keep building. Peace out.